7 rappers who ruined their own career. You must have heard about musicians who lost their fame and importance in the music industry. And you might have also heard about rappers who lost it all and stopped being something in the music industry. But did you know that some rappers ruined their own careers? Want to know who these rappers are? Keep watching. Hello everyone, and welcome back to HipHop Noise. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 7 rappers who ruined their own music career themselves because of the decisions they've made. Are you ready? Rap is a very popular genre of music around the world. It is so popular to the extent that music historians actually think of hip-hop as the new form of pop music for Western audiences. A lot of rap fans are known for their loyalty to their favorite rappers, which usually lasts a long time. Nowadays, it is very possible for a rapper to become extremely popular because of the love for the rap genre. It is also very possible for a rapper to fall from fame all the way down to mediocrity within the blink of an eye if the artist doesn't tread carefully. There are a lot of rappers who had a chance to be successful, but missed their chance. Most of the times, it's because of a single which was not so good, legal issues, or even tragic events. Over the last few years, there's been a lot of rappers that have not been able to achieve that kind of success that was predicted for them by the hip-hop community. Here are 7 rappers that ruined their own careers. Lil Baby. Between the year 2013 and 2015, Lil Baby was one of the most promising new rappers in the rap industry. He released a debut mixtape titled Free Crack, which instantly received critical acclaim and even got him a place on the cover of Vibe magazine. In the year 2014, Lil Baby got another spot on the XXL freshman list after Young Thug had been cancelled. He then released another sequel to his mixtape, which he titled Free Crack 2. The mixtape featured a lot of high-profile rappers which included Wiz Khalifa, Kevin Gates, and others. At this same time, Drake gave Lil Baby a hint that both of them might be teaming up for a collaboration. Despite the good reviews from most critics concerning Lil Baby's album, and despite the fact that he was being noticed by a lot of rappers who have already made it in the music industry, his musical output regressed and his social media presence went down by a great deal. During the next 2 years after Free Crack 2, Lil Baby released just 3 singles, and he didn't explain why he did so. In the year 2018, Lil Baby told his fan base that his record label was not allowing him to release his new music, and still to this day, Lil Baby hasn't released any music since 2016. TK. Most times, everyone hears jokes about rappers doing rap speedruns, and TK isn't exempted from this. The song titled The Race, which put TK in the spotlight, was also the song that became a stumbling block and prevented him from finding long-lasting success. The Race, along with its music video, was released on the 30th of June 2017, which was the same day TK was apprehended by the police in New Jersey. The police later confirmed that TK had been on the run since the month of April that year after he allegedly shot and killed a 23-year-old man in Texas. But the fact that he was on the run didn't stop his music career. He continued recording music as a fugitive, including the song titled The Race, which caught a lot of attention. The song was also ruled as a chronicle for a criminal on the run in the sense that his lyrics acknowledged the fact that he committed murder. Those lyrics were later used as evidence in his trial, which fetched TK 55 years in prison. The prison sentence also boosted his fame in the sense that he became more famous the same day he was apprehended. It doesn't look like TK will be released in the nearest future. Schoolboy Q. Now this rapper has been in a tough battle with himself in the sense that he's been battling with what type of rapper he wants to be throughout his career. He also proved that he is very able to make extremely successful hits that can make one think deeply as well as vibe to his lyrical flow. But he is unable to find a balance between music that is good for the people and can be marketed commercially and music that follows his vision. This could also be the thing that keeps holding him back and preventing him from finding his true self and realizing how far that he can go in the music industry. Oxymoron, which is Q's major album, was so good that it brought him to the limelight in the hip-hop community and other music communities. Till this very day, the song titled Studio is Q's highest charting song, but unfortunately for him, the great achievement he made after releasing Oxymoron has been a bit difficult for him to replicate with other songs. Blank Face, which is an album that Schoolboy Q released in the year 2016, was embraced by the hip-hop community, but did not have a really good single. During an interview, Schoolboy Q admitted the fact that he was frustrated because of the feedbacks that he's gotten due to his album. During its first week of release, Blank Face sold half as many copies as Oxymoron sold. Another album titled Crash Talk followed a more radio-friendly pattern, but the performance was poor. It hit number 3 on the Hot 100, which was just below Blank Face. Schoolboy Q has to do the same thing he did with the album Oxymoron, or he might never really get to where he is going. Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates has been reigning in the South way before Rod Wave, YNW Melly, and NBA Youngboy, and he paved the way for these new artists. Just like Drake, Kevin Gates was one of the first ever rappers to rap and sing on the same track, but he did this not from a musician's perspective, but from the perspective of someone from the streets. Gates had a way of flowing with people in a way that he was different from how other artists interact with people. People loved his personality and the fact that he was okay with being vulnerable when it came to music. He released mixtapes like By Any Means and Stranger Than Fiction, which gave him recognition and further increased his fan base. When Kevin Gates became a XXL freshman and released his single titled I Don't Get Tired, he started breaking out as just being a popular person in the South. When Kevin Gates released the song Two Phones and the album titled Isla, it became undeniable that Kevin Gates was a star because the album went platinum. At this particular point, Kevin Gates was the hottest rapper in the South and everyone wanted to associate with him. It was all going smoothly until he was sentenced to 180 days in prison for allegedly kicking a fan who tried to grab him while he was performing on stage. The 180-day jail sentence quickly escalated into a 30-month jail sentence when it was discovered that Kevin Gates had an open warrant for a 2013 gun charge. Kevin Gates was on the brink of reaching Drake's level of fame, but the 180-day jail sentence really destroyed things for him because when he was released, he had to start all over again. Since that time, he has released a lot of songs, but none of them have been as good as Two Phones or I Don't Get Tired. Kevin Gates still has one of the most loyal fan bases ever, but no one knows if he'll be able to repair the damage of his prison sentence. But if anyone can undo that damage, it is definitely him. Ab-Soul. In the year 2010, Ab-Soul seemed like the kind of person who would become a powerful force within the lyrical aspect of hip-hop. In the year 2009, Ab-Soul formed a group with other rappers which included Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, and Kendrick Lamar. Ab-Soul seemed to remain in the group as the underperformer, while other TDE group members went ahead to achieve massive amounts of success. Apart from the fact that TDE has some of the most famous rappers in the music industry, the record label is known for its inefficiency when it comes to managing and promoting their artists. Most of the record label's best artists like Kendrick Lamar have a joint contract with Interscope Records, which allows them to have access to the resources and promotional resources of a bigger record label. When TDE represented Schoolboy Q, his first album titled Oxymoron didn't do so well. Schoolboy's other album titled Habits and Contradictions was also promoted by TDE and just sold just 4,000 units. Ab-Soul has complained due to the lack of satisfaction he has gotten from the poor promotion his music has received, and has also complained about TDE's release schedule. However, Ab-Soul has promised that an album will be dropping in the year 2020, and TDE promised to promote the song well. Chief Keef. You can think of Chief Keef as the originator of rap music. He originated a style of music video that other rappers still copy to this day. Chief Keef got a major record deal with Interscope Records, who reportedly gave him an extra $600,000 as a signing bonus when he was still a teenager. Being a young rapper, Chief Keef didn't realize the opportunity that he had, and he messed things up. There was supposed to be a music video shoot for Hate Being Sober, which featured Wiz Khalifa and 50 Cent, which he did not show up for. There were also a lot of live shows and concerts he did not show up for, and if that wasn't enough, he had lawsuits and a few crime cases. Basically, he lived a carefree lifestyle where he did whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, which damaged his music career. Although some people say it's because of his young age, Chief Keef still has enough cash to live in California and spend money on jewelry and foreign cars. Fetty Wap. In the year 2015, Fetty Wap was loved by everyone and people just couldn't get enough of him. Some people also called him the heir to the trap music throne. He released a title called Trap Queen, which went really viral. The hit was played almost all the time on the radio and also gained a lot of popularity on the internet. Fetty's road to stardom seemed even smoother when he released a song titled My Way, which gave him a co-sign from Drake himself, which also worked on the official remix of My Way. Despite all the fame and the love, Fetty Wap found it very difficult to replicate the success he got from releasing My Way. He released a mixtape titled Zoover, which did not really capture the attention of the audience. Critics also talked about this song, and they pointed out the fact that Fetty Wap lacked sonic evolution. He basically put too many tracks out there, focusing on quantity over quality, which pulled him down. Despite all the charisma and good vibes Fetty Wap has, a comeback into the limelight looks really unlikely for him. Are there any more rappers to be added to the list, or do you agree with the rappers on this list? Drop your opinions in the comment section. Before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and slap that notification bell in case of future videos.